So we just go out again, and we just keep serving again and again and again and again.
38, it'll be first down.
You reach like this, you
the Falcons just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. See some running room. There he goes. The 20. Smashes through the tackle. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone.
So, why the fuck you niggas be when this shit be going on anyway?
Second and goal for this offense. Touchdown, BG! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Sells the run, wants to pass. Right side, it's Hayes. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. So the final period starts with a second down play. That's the end of the quarter, and Bowling Green has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And now on second down for this offense. Working the ground game. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
And the Falcons with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Falcons, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Quick give. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Falcons. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Gets it almost to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29, and a solid return there. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Long way to go on second down. Might as well run him again. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking downfield, it's Rayner. This time it's complete. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Cyclones have this offense rolling. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hayes. Down he goes. And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Selling the fake. Pulls it in, it's Boyd. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He wants to throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a first down and protect this lead. The Cyclones spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. A delay of game penalty. Second and short. Here they come, needing 8. They've got to find that play clock. These kinds of things can't happen. 2 straight delay of game penalties. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Try to regroup a little bit after that mental error. Here comes 2nd and 13. The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right? That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Nice move there. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout call by Iowa. That'll be their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Cyclones take a timeout and they will have no more. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin quarter kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Back to throw, it's Rayner. Here comes the heat. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Going to Albania, going to Kosovo, and then going to Serbia and seeing how it, like, the Serbians are coming up to my Albanian friends, introducing themselves basically, or asking my friends where they're from, and then just straight up just saying Kosovo, Serbia, as an introduction. I would go, are we just trying to start a fight right now? Like, I don't even understand. Can we just be cool? We're in your country. We just accept one another for what it is. We're here for the fights. We're not here to fight. Let's have. Oh, before I forget this. So we were after one of the nights. I think we went to one of the clubs on the water, and we go out to this food spot to go get food. It's called Good Food or whatever. And we're there. We're with some of the staff, the UFC staff. We're hanging out. These guys are always great. We're having a good time. A couple fighters, and I guess one of the guys came over and was talking to one of our friends, and he goes to him like, our friend looks straight up Dardanian. Like, he looks like a straight up Illyrian bloodline. Like, he looks straight up Albanian. And he asks him where he's from. He tells him, oh, I'm Albanian. I'm from, I think he says he's from Kosovo. And they start talking, but then sure enough, the guy, I guess, starts reaching into his pocket. And he says whatever he says. They don't speak Serbian. It's a different language. And we have a Serbian friend with us. And he translates for them, and he tells him, he says, if you guys don't clear out in 10 minutes, I'm going to blow this place up. Brother, what? I'm taking a piss break around the corner outside somewhere, because I'm like...
I'm not even in this grade. I heard there were donkeys here today. I was so good. Maybe you could take a look.
Yeah, sure. Open up. Let's take it to the animal. What's your name?
No, Kimber.
And how long's your thumb been bothering you? No.
I don't know. A few weeks, I guess.
You seen a doctor about it?
No, I've just been taking some Tylenol and some thoughts. Just...
You never swallow?
Yeah, it hurts.
Talk to your folks about it?
They died last year in a car accident. My sister takes care of us now.
Okay. Well, you sit tight with your sister about it.
You can just give me some medicine.
We gotta go through it, all right? So, thank you.
So I'll call the pediatrician. They should be able to squeeze them in at the end of the day. I just need to finish my shift.
This can't wait until then.
It's a sore throat.
Actually, it looks like strep and...
I just need to make a small announcement. We had an individual that was actually filmed without anybody's
When I would say you need to bring your child on time. We have a situation where in the Black community, unfortunately, there is a lack of father and parental father, strong figures in the home. And so you're seeing a lot of behavior because of that outcome of that. And instead of like blaming Whitey or blaming slavery or whatever the things that are going to be blamed on this panel, I'm 100% sure, instead of blaming Whitey, why not take a look at the behavior that's going on with some members of the...
So a Muslim asked a fair question. That question was, if men get 70 virgins in Islamic heaven, Jannah, what do women get who are Muslim when they pass away? Check out what one of the leaders said when he answered this. And
given like Jenna Hilton.
Who's the rudest celebrity you've ever met?
That's a good question. Great question. says, you're not going to be able to go down there if you don't get that ready. So if you say on fucking pretzels and it's fucking shooting beer, I'll sit here and I'm not taking my freaks. I mean, I've been an out guy and just like, are you fucking kidding me? What's going on? What's that mean? What's happening? What's happening? It's that's not that's not no. Does that mean nice man? Nice. Oh, who's does that mean? No, so power. Nice guy. You apologize. Nice guy. Oh, man, I'm not gonna resist it, but yeah, it's I challenge my guys to do different things. I stop fast breaks and goes. Execution. Maybe try to defensive schemes. I'm not going to keep this under pressure trying to beat you by 90 points. I do that. I had playing programs. No, I'm not gonna speak the truth. All I'm saying is I don't. So like I said, I want to teach my kids. I want to teach my kids how to play the right way. Like I said, and then I'm obviously trying to play in different tournaments where I'm not winning by 30 or 40. So a lot of this time, this particular year, I played 17U on the circuit, so where I can challenge my guys. Where Tiger, with Uncle Truly, we played 15U in Dallas. And we won by 50, 60, 70. And then the last day, Sunday. People calling me, like, I just want to play 17. I was like, perfect, please. So, I'm always looking for a challenge. If I'm winning about 70, 40, 57, there's no point in me playing. Like, I don't want to waste my parents' money or my kids' time on my own time. Because I didn't have to be there. For me personally, as you know, I'm always from the in every game. So I'm always trying to teach as many positions the entire game as possible. So I don't do that. With him up until that point, for me, everyone is differently. get up early. I challenge my guys to do different things. I stop a lot of fast break layups, work on execution, and then maybe try different defensive schemes. I'm not going to just keep applying pressure trying to beat you by 90 points. I do not do that. And I had 3 different programs with my offense as well. What? No, I'm saying, but like, no, I'm not gonna speak the truth, big fella. All I'm saying is I don't do that. So, like I said, I want to teach my kids. I want to teach my kids how to play the right way. Like I say, then I'm obviously trying to play it in terms where I'm not winning by 30, 40. So a lot of this time is particular.
Supporting the man because I'm Stephen A. So what happens is when I go to an environment, I'm always Stephen A. So you see people prefer they ask me questions, they bully you, they probe you, they all this other stuff. And not only that, you never know when something's going to happen. But you have to talk about something that's my joy comes from the people that I love. My sister called me in my days talking about life. She said, I can take off the day. I drink off to the whole picture of what I'm doing. She's just like my mom was. She just wants to go play the slot machine. And be in a hotel. And she has a club. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of other shit. It's a lot of like that's what it is. It's a lot of so I just want to be there. That's what she got. Right? Man, Julie loves food. You know, see my man Spain. Spain's just love that around and whatever the momentum of the football is. She want to be here. And I'm going from college. Turner, Phil, Bernie, you know, so for me, I got to work. And I'm behind it. It's just like I was saying with my daughter. Last several years of his career, 2013 to 2017, he made a minimum of 8 less. 2017, 2018, he made 19. So next year, he made 19. 2019 to 2020, he made 17.8 million. Then his last year, the Boston Celtics in the Milwaukee Bucks, he made $3 million. Forgive me if I'm not over 7 million. 70,000. I'm sorry, 70,000. 70,000. Forgive me if I'm not. Man made 98 million. He's made 70,000. Okay, let's get that out. Secondly, you know what I was saying? You know, it's a really big deal. It's not to toot my own horn or whatever, but some people get their greatest joy watching other people celebrate. Like, you know, I've been covering sports for over 30 years. And events that I go to, you know, I give people tickets. I let people travel with me, you know, they ain't gotta wait in line, you know, they get lower level seats, you know. And my joy comes from watching themselves because I'm learning.
I think with the camera operator, if it's not the director that you're into at that time, you can fucking find like reciprocity, emotional, like.
I inherited that from my parents. Yeah. My mom sang in my dad's choirs and they matched actually. I said, like, money's better than him. Ironically, that's what we wanted. Just reminded me of something. I want to tell you my draft story. I'm gonna lead up to what you did. You gave me my first welcome to the NBA moment. You'll be realized. For real? Yes. You was the speaker at my rookie symposium. Yes. I think that was your one and only time. You was up there. We was asking you questions. You was going over your shit, and I forget who the fucking lady was, man. Damn. She was like, if you wasn't playing basketball, what would you be? Do you remember what your answer was? You said, I'd be a parent. I was still on that? He said, I'm a pimp. The room went crazy. Mind you, we're a bunch of fucking kids. We just got drafted to the NBA last week. Gilbert Arenas is talking to us. We all like in the NBA now. So we get it. We down for whatever information we get. You know what I'm saying? With a straight face, I'll be a pimp. Room going crazy. Basically, they like, order in the court. Everybody chill. So the lady like, come on, Gil, like, you know, give these young guys something they can work with. And you know we having some fun. Gil said, my bad, guy, I apologize. What I meant to say was, I would be an international pimp. I doubled that I remember, because I did that in line, and then I remember they put me back and I did it again.
Character very early on, he twists his ankle really bad. So for the rest of the film, I'm living for 90% of this thing. Okay. And so I remember early on in the filmmaking process, we did a take, and I forgot to do the limp. So I was like beating myself up. I'm like, I never want to forget to do the limp again. So what I did is, I put a rock to remind me.
Never had gotten no talk shows, no Tonight Show, no David Letterman, no Emmys. Had never been to the Emmys. Had never been
Ryan Johnson, and Sean for 16, John Smith.
And the Bulls headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Bowling Green's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Offense in a split backfield.
Speaking of winning,
The 30s. And I did feel it very early on.
From the gun,
Success came.
got a little space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Now, look, and I'm not saying this in jest, but I am saying it in jest. When I shook hands with John, oh, hell, man.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Uh-oh, look out. Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First 2 plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We have got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Rashad Downs going up top. Snags it. On the move at the 30. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, when they were scripting this opening drive this week in practice, I don't know if they expected it to be this good. First play, 1st down. Second play, 1st down. Third play, 1st down. Everything is working. I'll tell you, when you got a quarterback, though, with this kind of ability, and you got the playmakers around him like they do on offense, maybe it's not so surprising.
And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. The short hands, it's Hayes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And it's a request for the people that because of the repeated violations and this matters to the county jail.
It is back.
The Falcons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, and go on to the next one.
From the jail to do that, but Judge, the people are seriously concerned about the nature of these offenses.
Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense is headed its way. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons.
The offense goes as he goes. So really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
So, Coach, at this point in the game, they don't cover me the whole entire game. We called it blitz. And Junior said I was the linebacker. Late, he's got to go to score. That's what he's ever. In the huddle, I said, Junior, we have to check this call. This is a dumb call. We can't. We just can't. We can't defend it.
What we do in that situation is Plaxico starts to run a slant, so the corner drives on the slant.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end.
And I look up and I'm like, oh my goodness. Couldn't believe what the coach got doing.
And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter.
I can't jump. It's my son. That's what he said. No, that's not your son. He's a millionaire. If he's your son, he wouldn't be doing what you're doing. And then that's when my dad came back.
So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture.
True story. What you do for a living? I like that. I told you I was going, be a rapper and stuff. But you turned, he was like, drug dealer stuff. And I was like, nah, Dad, I told you, like, John in the Bible, I told you.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he...
I told him I didn't see them.
They bring the punter onto the field now.
So I was able to and he said, okay, boy, okay. And you notice in the whole right?
Trying to make one miss. They'll get down and put a stop to
it. Kevin is 5 feet tall. He's not threatening now. Once he work out, they're not going to make him. They're not even going to let him be Ant-Man. He's never going to play a superhero. He's not intimidating. He doesn't mind being the butt and getting kicked around. You saw the roast like a real black man. Even like Tyler Perry. It's a dude that dressed. Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell me someone that Hollywood is empowered that could potentially be a threat.
Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead.
Just saying physically. You talk
I think it goes back to the playmakers.
So someone that can't
finding
be
the guys that have been
so
working
what?
for you
What is
earlier on in this
disrespect to
game,
Denzel, but tell me something revolutionary Denzel's
panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, and put a good drive together here.
He's that big of a star that anything he would do to help us. But Jordan, what does he do? Name one thing besides make a sneaker and white people make money. Like, no disrespect to him, but he has never been radical.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I've already told you, my family has a family lawyer, okay? Bro, my dad's an oil field alarms engineer. I have a family lawyer. He'll fight you for custody. Yeah, I've already told you that, and I'm trying to avoid that.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down.
Make sure that my kids didn't have to go to 2 separate houses for holidays and birthdays and all kinds of shit. I want my family together, and that's my goal.
And unless you have anything, it kind of sounds like he kind of wins the custody battle.
You have no money, you can't afford the house, you can't afford the truck. You're the cheater.
Touchdown, Bowling Green! Into the end zone with a breakaway score. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Killed by dealing with the daggone juice boxes. Alonzo Williams, godfather of West Coast hip-hop, played a vital early role in Eazy-E's and NWA's rise. Alonzo owned a popular LA club called Eve After Dark.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
Wrecking Crew, which includes Dr. Dre. Jerry Heller manages world-class Wrecking Crew and meets Eazy.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that.
Family making him an Ashkenazi. NWA has massive success, but Jerry's weird.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the
DOC noted
inside
that people often assume Suge was his bodyguard back in the day, though they were just friends moving around together. Suge meets Dre through DOC and wants to help him get out of his contract. Suge helped Dre leave Ruthless Records in '92 using heavy-handed intimidation and physical coercion against Eazy and Heller. Eazy is unfazed, but Jerry's scared against Mike Klein. Jerry Heller hired Mike Klein, an ex-Israeli soldier and security expert, as head of security to counter severe intimidation and physical threats from Suge Knight. Klein gets rid of Suge, but Eazy finds out Jerry's a scheming-ass juice box. Eazy-E did officially fire Jerry Heller from Ruthless Records after realizing that Ice Cube and Dr. Dre were right about Heller's financial misconduct. Mike Klein is a psycho killer juice box who's down with the JDL. Juice Box Defense League is classified by the FBI as a right-wing terrorist and violent extremist group. Jerry Heller hired members of the JDL as bodyguards and security amid rising tensions with Suge Knight. The unusual alliance between a gangster rap label and a militant organization drew the attention of the FBI. The following is from the FBI vault. JDL extorts money from rap stars via death threats, then intercedes by contacting the victim and offering protection for a fee. Eazy-E was a victim of this scheme prior to dying.
When you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPM
Shortly
on
after
that
Eazy
football,
fires Heller and
he's
Klein,
thrown over
he
the
gets
middle of the
AIDS
field.
and dies
He knows
just
he's got
one
defenders there.
after
I gotta
being
throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry.
He died within a month of developing AIDS. Bodyguard turned business manager Mike Klein filed a $5 million lawsuit against Eazy's widow, claiming he owned 50% of the record label. Now that Jerry Heller and Eazy-E are gone, they go after Suge Knight and his bread and butter, Tupac. Portrait by Juice Box gangsters using Tel Aviv mob method. Autopsy of murdered rapper suggests he suffered torture by a violent technique used by South Tel Aviv gangs which caused heart attacks in hours. The FBI files show that although Shakur was shot in Vegas, an autopsy performed concluded the rapper would have died the same day due to abnormally high cholesterol. The autopsy also found huge numbers of eggshells in the rapper's stomach. Years later, Suge Knight reached out to Mike Klein for help with his label. They became close business partners and friends after that. On TV.
What do you think about when Karl Malone gets included on teams like this, in games like this?
I like it. I mean, I think he's top 20 greatest players play.
You think Karl Malone is?
Yeah.
What about his off-the-court stuff? You know, does that factor in it at all?
No, I really don't know a lot of off-the-court stuff.
He got a 13-year-old pregnant. I'm going to go Oscar Robertson and Julius Erving.
They'll start this drive from the 42.
Guys, I want to see this and I want the phone. So, that we was told to have this stuff here. I wasn't really my it was way toss.
She didn't touch anything on
The give to the single back.
not fucking shady
Driven back.
Like I am?
So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
You're a fucking
You got to
asshole.
figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play?
You made this so fucking difficult. This is civil. I'm entitled to say what I want to say.
If they've been sitting back,
It's way more fucking difficult than it needed to be ever in the first place. You did. You could have just fucking paid her a month ago and said you got to drag this bullshit.
Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
Don't love the incompletion, but I do love the pass pro. Nice job winning the one-on-ones. We saw some double teams up front
Give me
as well.
some
This
pain
O-line
pills.
right now, they're in a
Let me
good
get
rhythm.
out of here. Let the hay go away. And it's the last thing I'm telling you.
2019 rookie situation.
3rd and long coming up.
He's still fighting. Since my fight, he's already had about 5, 6, 7 fights already.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Out wide right, it's Hayes. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Play action on 1st down. Out wide left, it's Hayes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Falcons. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Last thing I wanted to say was, I gotta have some brains. So just give me some pain pills. Let me get out of here. Let the head go away. So last night, it's a big deficit. So, yeah, was out of the show. 20 minutes to 30 minutes.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. The Bulls use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And the Falcons come to the line after the big connection and going back to work.
Yeah, it's cool. Ain't too fucking much, Jay. They got in custom. They got in custom.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Now USC will call its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The Falcons trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Tells to run, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up 2nd down.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
Yes.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Falcons! Fit it in the window for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now,
also, other shit to do besides play this game 15 hours a day, Ollie. I can't sit here and just play right.
But you're supposed to be fishing.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that.
He had the edge on you. That nigga had the edge on you.
Nigga, I was done. But I was in there reading like, guy around him. Yeah, like he went up in there. I thought he was fighting. I come to the door. He walked out. I'm like, yo, nigga, what's up? He's like, nah, I just read for the Raw. I said, nigga, guys. You had me a believer. I knew it from the door. So, this what type nigga he was. He like, you know what?
Somebody just take his phone? Because that shit just keep going up. It's going to start picking it up. Just turn it off. Yeah, something like that right now. And that shit vibrate massive. It's going crazy. I thought it was in the left. What you
that shit sound like so deep, but
I'm going to show you something about good old Joe Rogan here, and it's not even the sassiness of this picture, or his sassy little earring, or whatever he's doing here, or whatever he's doing here. And believe it or not, it's not even about that. No, I want to show you something very interesting. Yeah, it's this. It's Joe Rogan, and how perfectly he matches up and looks so similar to this guy right here. Also in a sassy little outfit. Well, that's Richard Grieco. Do you remember Richard Grieco from 21 Jump Street? You know, this guy who looks strikingly like Joe Rogan and shares the exact same little lip crease there. And like I said,